What's going on, guys? I'm Chrissy Whispers. Today, I wanted to do a video talking about some of the things that I've learned over the years of selling Pokemon cards. I don't pretend to be this big know-it-all, big seller, or highly Pokemon knowledgeable guy. I started this channel because I started to dabble in Pokemon to make some money. So a little after the boom, I got back into Pokemon. And without having to say, if you're watching this video, then you know how appealing it is to possibly make some money selling Pokemon cards. I wanted to start a channel recording my process because I have a full-time job. This isn't something I do for income. This isn't something I do to get by. This is something I do kind of for fun on the side. And I wanted to record videos for people that were like me. And maybe I could teach them a thing or two and just help along the way. Just be a guiding hand of some sort, talk about things that I fucked up or things that I got right or things that I'm doing. And I kind of stopped doing that. So tonight I wanted to do a video talking about some of the things that I've learned and things that I'm doing, like straight up just things that I'm buying and selling right now. You know, if you're an established seller and you're doing well and you're already selling tons of cards, this video is probably not for you. But if you're somebody that was like me 2 years ago, that you don't know what the hell's going on and you're still trying to figure things out, this might be a video worth watching. So stick around and I'm going to start just running through some things that have been on my mind that I've been thinking about that I've wanted to share with you guys. So let's just start with the first one. So the first tip is you definitely do not need to be a business to start selling Pokemon cards. You don't need to be an LLC. You don't need to be a sole proprietorship. You don't have to be an S Corp, a C Corp, a this Corp, a that Corp. You need to log on to TCG Player or eBay. You need to create an account and you need to start listing cards. Just like that, you've started your selling career. You're a Pokemon seller now, or Yu-Gi-Oh, or Magic, or whatever TCG it is. All you have to do is make an account on TCG Player or eBay, and you can start selling cards. Speaking of TCG Player, on top of it being a place to sell your cards, TCG Player is also a great place to source cards. TCG Player is not only a selling platform, but it is a source. It is a place to buy cards. I sooner wish I knew that eBay's PWE shipping is tracked and is probably the best way to ship PWE in my opinion, and playsets, being creative, selling on eBay as opposed to TCG Player. I'm going to just talk about all this in one go. So what I've been doing lately, and I have an order right here. I'll open it right now. I already have a pretty good idea of what's in here because I know what I've been buying. You don't have to find some great collection or have this big fat crazy collection to start making money on cards. So this isn't what I thought it was going to be, but to show you what I'm buying. So these world promos that just came out, I really like these. I'm buying a few of them and I'm holding on to them, and I'll probably sell them in probably some in the short future to recoup the money and hold some for free at no cost. And then at some point I'll probably sell those. Possible grading play in there, thinking about maybe looking at some of them to grade. That's just a little tangent. That envelope was a bad idea, but I still want you. I'm glad you guys saw that because I got to talk about that. So this is what I mean when I say TCG Player is a source. So due to eBay's PWE system being tracked, selling cards, selling low-end singles to me on eBay is far superior to TCG Player. I'm a firm believer now that eBay is as a whole far superior to TCG Player, and I'll talk about that as well. So let's cover one topic at a time. I guess we'll be covering multiple topics because I see what I'm purchased here. So currently I'm buying cards on TCG Player and selling them on eBay. What cards? How do you know? How are you making a profit? So this is a relatively small play, and this would be good for a video of like how to start a Pokemon business with $50. You can go right on TCG Player and you can find somebody that sells a bunch of reverse holo 151 Pokemon cards. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be some mastermind genius that thought of this. I got this from, I want to say Rob over at RNG Games. More 151 reverse holos, Comfy playset. Talk about playsets as well. Another Comfy playset. 2 Archeops playsets. Well, 4 Archeops. That's a playset. And another playset of Archeops. I bought all this from one person. Without even looking at the invoice, I could tell you that I bought this Eevee reverse holo 151 for probably 5 or 10 cents. I'm gonna list this reverse holo Eevee on eBay for $1.99 plus $1.29 shipping, and it's gonna sell. That's the crazy part. When I first started selling, I had heard that you could arbitrage from one site to the other and this and that, but I was always sitting there with my empty hands because I couldn't find anything to buy from one site to sell to the other. Here's what they don't tell you. When you're selling on TCG Player, if you want to move cards fast and you're not crazy tight and specific with your margins, you could sell it on TCG Player, because on TCG Player, you could just lowest list, race to the bottom, sell your card fast. You can get rid of them. The thing about eBay is when you're selling on eBay, you can actually sell at or above market price. You can go on TCG Player right now, and if market price is $7.35, there's probably a near mint copy on that of that card for $4, $5, significantly cheaper. To give you an example, I just sold a Corviknight VMAX. I believe from Chilling Reign, Secret Rainbow Rare. Market price is $7.50. I just sold it on eBay for $10 plus shipping. I sold it for $3 more than market. On eBay, you can just list your card and you can get market value for your card. You can get more than market value for your cards on eBay. If you're selling on TCG Player, if you really want to move your cards, you need to kind of list fast and list low. And you just kind of race to the bottom. And I'm not into that anymore. I prefer selling cards on eBay more than TCG Player. That's just a touch on eBay as opposed to TCG Player. I am a believer in eBay over TCG Player. However, I'm also no longer a believer in bulk. We will also touch on that. Let's get back to the cards. The reason why things like this the reason why this order is so lucrative is because I probably paid, so the total on this order came out to $7.50. The thing is, and I'm bouncing all over the place, try to bring it together. Let's get back to where we started. The reason why TCG Player is a source is because when you're going through cards, and right now my thing is I'm selling playsets. I buy playsets on TCG Player for people that are selling these cards for 5 cents, and I go and I sell them for like $1 a piece. You can literally buy, if you watch my shorts, I literally just bought 40 Professor Sada's Vitality. I bought 40 of them from somebody that was selling them for 24 cents. 24 cents. So for $1, I got 4 cards for $1. I have the listing for, I think, $3.99, $4.99, $3.99 plus shipping. $3.99 plus $1.29 shipping. They sell. Chris, it's only $3. Like you're making like $1.50, $2. Yes, you're right. But if you have a small budget, this order cost me $7.50. I could sell 2 playsets of Comfy. People use that. They're gonna sell. I could sell 2 playsets of Arceus. I'm going to probably quadruple my money on this order. It's only $21, $30 if I quadruple $7, but you could literally start a business buying cards from TCG Player, flipping playsets onto eBay, and getting a fat premium with tracked PWE. Like you could ship through eBay in a PWE, in a plain white envelope. If you don't know what PWE is, a plain white envelope, like instead of putting a stamp, eBay lets you print out a label. So you don't even have to write it. You don't even have to handwrite your letters. Like you don't even have to handwrite mail. Just print it out. It's pretty cheap. It's not bad. It's, in my opinion, the best thing that's ever happened to people selling Pokemon cards. I'm a big believer in eBay. I'll probably never sell on TCG Player again, to be honest with you, because really, I'm not interested in selling. My cards are selling on eBay for above market value. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm nobody. I don't have a YouTube following. I don't have an Instagram following. I don't have any of that. And I'm selling cards on eBay at more than market value. People send me offers. Like I could list a $7 card for $10, and people will offer me $9, and I'll take it. They think they're doing good because they got me for $1, but I'm making $2 more than if I was selling it on the alternative platform. So that's just a little tad bit of information right there for you guys. An obvious one for new people: ripping packs does not equal money unless you're doing a rip and ship. And if you're watching this video and you're trying to figure out ways on how to make money in Pokemon, you're not ready for a rip and ship, most likely. You can start trying to build an Instagram, which is another topic I would like to get into. I would definitely start building social media platforms. I'm trying to get, as happy as I am with eBay, I'm trying to start selling cards on Instagram, because Instagram could be completely feeless. No fees. You just transact like credit card transaction fees, I guess, like Zelle payments or PayPal payments or whatever your preferred method of internet money transaction is. That's really the most ideal. A good buddy of mine just started selling cards on TCG Player, and he's doing a bulk operation. He sells his singles right on Instagram. He sells a ton of them. And I think a good way I'm going to take this right from his knowledge. This isn't something that I would have learned on my own. Want to start selling cards on Instagram? I would say probably Yu-Gi-Oh! Probably a better start. Turns out Yu-Gi-Oh! Bulk is incredible. People love Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely flippable. If you don't love Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can get past that you don't love it, you could probably make some good money selling Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Just gonna throw that out there. I know this is a Pokemon video, but listen, if you're selling cards, you're selling cards, and you want to make money, that's something that's good to know. You could definitely flip from Yu-Gi-Oh! Back to the social media thing and the ripping packs. Don't have it in your head that you're going to rip packs and turn a profit, for starters. And second, if you are serious about doing a rip and ship, you need to really start working on social media. You need people to know who you are. You need to really be interacting. Like I do my due diligence, and I post every night on Instagram. I don't really push my Instagram too hard. I really should be pushing it harder. But again, it goes back to me not being 100% in this all the way, because I do have my day job. You really gotta push Instagram if you want to grow on Instagram. I do my post a day. I upload my shorts to Instagram, and I don't really grow at all. If I'm not following people, nobody follows me back. True organic growth on Instagram is a true mystery to me. I don't understand social media. I'm not a social media person. I'm an old soul. Me recording videos on YouTube, the only reason this is even a thing for me is because my cousin edits the videos. Probably wouldn't even be doing this if somebody wasn't doing that for me. Anyways, that was a random tangent. I want to touch on bulk. When I first started doing the channel, I was a big pusher for bulk. I think bulk is a great process. I think if you don't have a job and you have a big liking, a lot of patience and time, if you have a lot of time and a lot of patience, then bulk could be for you. If you have a day job where you're receiving things such as benefits, a good pay, if you're making a good living at your day job, bulk probably is not for you. I know a lot of people are not going to like that, but it's the truth. Bulk is very time consuming. You're going to put up a ton of hours up front. You have to put in a ton of hours up front. You have to source mad cards. And I don't mean like 5, 6, 7. Like if you really want to make money doing bulk, you need to have thousands, tens of thousands of cards and probably multiple TCGs. In my opinion, if you really want to make money selling bulk, you need to have tens of thousands of cards in multiple TCGs. That's my belief. If you don't like it, don't care. You have to put a lot of time and effort up front for a potential payout on the back end. And I mean a lot of time. It's not like buying a collection where you could sell the cards probably fairly quickly if you're selling on eBay or TCG Player. You'll still sell on both, but it's easier to sell a collection of singles than it is to sell enough bulk to start turning profit, in my opinion. I think if you make a good hourly wage, I think you should keep your day job. I don't think you should quit your job to start selling bulk. That's just my opinion. It's too much work. You're not going to make $20 an hour selling bulk for a very long time. A very long time. Be prepared. I told you, that's just the truth. You are not going to make $20 an hour selling bulk Pokemon cards for a very long time. So if you're like me, you're going to keep your day job. You're probably not going to do bulk. You're probably going to want to try to get collections, sell the singles. You're into grading, try to grade some singles, make your money that way. My biggest tips for anybody that wants to start selling cards, start small. Start small. If you don't own any Pokemon cards, go on TCG Player. Talking about being creative, use Limitless TCG. Limitless TCG will tell you what cards people are using in competitive sets. That's why you sell play sets. People will pay a premium for a set of 4 on eBay. It's that simple. It's that simple. Buy 40 of them. List 10 play sets. Leave the listing alone. When a sale comes through, you just ship it up and you send it out. It's not a lot of money each transaction, but it's a lot of listings. It's 20 listings. You buy 80 of them, you have 20 listings. You just have 20 items right there of shit that you know people are going to buy because people are buying them. People use them. You just got to list them. You got to get creative. You got promo cards that come out. World promo cards. I got them for like $6, $7 a piece. My buddy was sniping them for $5. He's got 30, 40 of them. Nobody was talking about them. Are they going to spike through the roof? I don't know. But I did a little thinking. It's a promo. It's got Pikachu on it. What a bunch. Run a TCG Player. I'm going to sell them on eBay. I could sell them right now for probably $10 a piece, $11 a piece. Confirmed sales for like $11 a piece right now. You don't need somebody to buy cards from. Buy cards from TCG Player. All right, guys. So that was my video. That was my rant. If there's anything in there that you thought was useful, leave a like, leave a comment. If I'm a babbling idiot, you tell me that too. I'll see you guys later.